My name's Andy behind you. I'm 28 years old. I'm a court reporter, and I make about 6 figures a year. I didn't go to college. In fact, I had some of the worst grades in high school, so I went to a trade school where I went to court reporting school. What is a court reporter, right? Hopefully you've never been in a courtroom before, but if you have, you might have seen a person in the back of the room typing everything that the judge said, that the court officer said, and that the lawyer said, right? Well, this person typing everything makes some pretty good money, but I bet you didn't know. I bet you never once thought, what is that job even called? It's called a court reporter or a stenographer. Because, believe it or not, typing on that machine in a courtroom isn't the only place that you have to be. If you're good at typing on a stenograph machine, you can also do closed captioning. When you watch TV, ever see those little subtitles at the bottom of the screen? That, my friends, is a court reporter writing everything that's being said. What does it take to be a court reporter? Well, you might be thinking, I have to type fast. And you're right, that would be a tremendous amount of help. But on top of being a fast typer, you have to be a good listener, because when you're writing everything that's being said, you really can't afford to miss a beat. Or in this case, drop a word. Another thing about court reporters is you have to be confident. You have to go into the courtroom ready to tell an attorney to raise their voice if you can't hear what they're saying. You have to be ready to just hear something new that you've never heard before. I mean, new words, there's so many of them. We learn new words every day, don't we? And you have to just be ready to work under pressure. You also have to be able to not think on your toes, but think on your fingers. Because there's going to be a lot of times that a new word is going to jump at you that you've never written before, and you're going to have to think, all right, this is a challenge. Yeah, there's going to be times that it's going to be tough, but that's just a part of the job. If it were easy, everyone could do it, right? All right, so how does somebody become a court reporter? Court reporting school is the most, I think, traditional way to go about it, which is also known as a trade school. Nowadays, 2024, I believe there are places where you can get certifications. What is court reporting school like? Well, it's challenging because you begin to realize that on top of typing fast, you also have to learn how to type in phonetics. You see, court reporters, when we type in that machine that you see, it's not like we're typing everything letter by letter. We're typing things word by word, sentences, phrases. We can pretty much designate the keyboard to mean whatever we want it to be. That's things you're going to learn about later down the line in court reporting school. So how does one realistically get into court reporting school, right? Well, you are going to need a little bit of an investment because you are going to have to pay for either the classes, the semesters. Nowadays, they do have some certifications depending what state you live in, but traditional way, at least the way I went, was court reporting school. It's also known as a trade school. Also, it depends what state you live in. Maybe there's one in your community college. So it really just depends. You just Google it and it'll tell you where it is. What is court reporting school like? Well, court reporting school is hard. If you might have heard, it has one of the highest dropout rates out of every college in America, I think. And that is because people think that all you need is to know how to type fast. Well, when you're typing, you're not just typing things letter by letter. You're typing things word by word, sentence by phrase. Sometimes you're writing 5 words in one stroke. That's things that you're going to learn about later down the line, but you learn how to write in phonetics. You type sounds, where the way that people speak is written in sounds. And I know it sounds crazy, but again, these are all things you learn in court reporting school. There is another expense you're going to incur, and that's the court reporting machine. Basically, the stenograph machine where we type all the proceedings in, and they can go for a few thousands of dollars. Now, if you're a student, you're able to finance a machine by loaning it from a company called AccuLaw, and it's pretty cool because you give monthly payments, but it eventually goes off to the final price of the machine should you choose to buy it. As you can see, court reporting school, it is a little pricey to get started. Once you start working, it will be quick to pay it back. Depends on your specific circumstances. If you have kids, if you have a significant other, you're living, it really all depends. But if you're young in high school, take advantage of this so that you can be enjoying it to the full. And you might be wondering, how does one graduate court reporting school, right? I know it's gonna sound cliche. You just gotta practice. 1 hour, 2 hours a day that you practice in school, it's really not enough. You really have to be able to be comfortable with that machine at any time of the day. The way that you're just able to type with your hands behind your back, which will never happen. but you should feel that confident if need be. There's many, many things that you can do as a court reporter. It's a really rewarding, amazing career. I'm very proud to be a court reporter. There's not many of us. It is a dying career, and it's sad that a lot of people who get into court reporting do it after like 3 other careers didn't work out for them. You're doing this young, fresh out of high school, because we're all young at heart, right? But if you do it fresh out of high school or even in your early 20s, that's when you get to really see the rewards of what it has to offer, because you have all this money that you can spend on whatever you want. And you know what? Even if you do have a significant other, and if you do have struggles or you have kids, that is still a blessing that court reporting can change your life and reward them in ways that you never thought you could. So it's not just about, spending it on nonsense the way that I do. It's about spending it on what's important to you. Are you wondering, how do I become a court reporter? I've left a few links below to some resources that might be able to help you out, but I highly encourage you to Google court reporting school near me. Nowadays, many schools are virtual, and it may not even matter where you live. I hope that anyone who watches this, even if they feel that they can't relate, maybe there's someone in your life that types fast and they might be lost, and you might just have something to give them hope again, because life is hard and we think we have the answers to everything, just to be proven wrong over and over again. And we keep getting out of bed and we smile because we know that everyone around us is going through the same thing. But we're also there for each other when we need each other, hopefully. Thank you for watching, and please take care of yourselves. God bless.